actually used to be one of the biggest donors of both parties. That's how they play both sides of it. Now, the one thing I want to get into is if they really want reform, and I'll take 2 seconds of your time. We've seen all these Cleveland Water Department having their meetings out there, people paying ridiculous Cleveland water bills. Anybody here affected by that? Now you guys tell me if this is not one of the perfect candidates for reform. Over 1 million users, over 4 counties. You can call your mayor, you can scream and holler until you're blue in the face, and your mayor cannot say anything. The city of Cleveland only pumps out and uses 25% of all the water that they pump out, yet everything is dictated right here in this building. So if these guys were really true and they really wanted reform, and I've asked them this and not one can give me an answer, it's always, Ralph, you don't understand. And I think they don't understand. Now this is the one thing that's affecting all of us, yet they refuse to reform it. And that's what you guys need to do. That's what you need to remember. When we make this reform, it's only the first step. And we need to stay on these guys. And to leave it with that, all these cities, they've canceled their fireworks. All these smart guys running our areas. And you're going to tell me 5 cities couldn't regionalize, as we hear all the time, and come together and put on a fireworks show. So how sincere are they with their regionalization efforts? And with that, what I want to do is I want to introduce Joe. And where's Joe? I want to introduce Joe from the Cuyahoga Reform Group.
Okay, I'm only talking for 45 seconds. That's all I'm allowed. But I want to point out a couple things. First of all, that banner back there, that Citizens Reform Association banner, we've got business cards, we got some information. We are about Cuyahoga County, all right? So we're about changing this territory right here, right where you're sitting. This is where we want to start making some changes, all right? Does that sound good? Yeah. And I just one quick thought, and then I'm going to introduce Tom, and he's gonna do it. Nobody in this area knows more about the corruption, the behind-the-scenes corruption that's going on in Cuyahoga County, from the commissioners on down, than Thomas Kelly. And so he's going to talk here in a second. The other thing I want to point out, Obama's a crook, we know that. The other thing is, get involved, all right? That's why I said I want to talk for 45 seconds. I probably went over already. All of us get involved, okay? I heard him talk on the radio, and I said, I'm getting involved. And I invite all of you to do the same, because together we can change this county, all right? Now, here's Thomas Kelly, right here. Hello.
Hey, my name is Tom Kelly. I'm a talk show host on WHK 1420, Kelly and Company. You can tune in Sundays at noon if you want. Today I'm a spokesman for the Citizens Reform Association. Now, radio is about talk. We talk all the time. We talk for hours. And because you've been so nice, I'm going to do the whole Sunday show for you right now. Take about 3 hours. Is that all right? No, Obama's a crook, I know. Hey, citizens reform is not about talk anymore. It's about action. So I'm not going to talk much today. I just want to point out a few things and ask you a few questions. I wish you would look behind you. Look to the north. And you all know what that is. That's Lake Erie out there, the best of the Great Lakes. That's the largest supply of fresh water on the planet Earth. Right here. And it belongs to you. You and all the other citizens of the U.S. states and Canadian provinces that border the Great Lakes. So now I have to ask you, why are you paying more for water than they do in Arizona or New Mexico or in desert towns all over this country? If you would, just look down at that ground beneath your feet. Now that's real estate. That's Cuyahoga County real estate. It's good land. It's U.S. soil. And it has good value. but not the great value that it had just a few years ago. You know, since 2006, the value of land you are standing on, along with all the other property and homes in this county, has declined by an average of 35%. So I have to ask you, why did you get a property tax bill this year based on the value of your home for almost the same as you paid 3 years ago? Now, if you look to the west, that's City Hall over there. And beyond that, if you could see, across the street, well, that's county headquarters, right here. Those are the centers of local government, city and county. Now, that water department is in City Hall right here. And if you read the papers, you know that over the last several years, there's been a scandal in the water department. Bribery and theft and payoffs and kickbacks, fixed contracts and sweetheart deals. And several people have been convicted already and sent to prison. And it was a wholesale crime and corruption. And it cost you millions of dollars. And millions more to prosecute the criminals. Now I ask you, could that be part of the reason you pay so much for water? Hanging's too good for it. Now the county auditor's office is in that county building over there. And your property tax bill comes from the auditor. And if you read the papers, you know there's a scandal going on there right now. Same thing, bribery and theft and payoffs and kickbacks and sweetheart deals. And there's a federal investigation going on. And the first convictions came in just this week, and it looks like there are many more to come. And it's clear that that corruption is going to cost you millions of dollars and millions more to prosecute those criminals. And so now I ask you, could that be part of the reason your property taxes are so high? Now I wish you'd look at each other, front and back and right and left. You know, you and the people you're looking at are the rightful owners of everything we've talked about. You own the water in that Great Lake. You own the property under our feet. You own that city hall. You own that county headquarters building. Those buildings, and you pay the salaries of all the people that work in there, thousands of them. You are their employer. And they are obliged by law to answer to you. Now, most of them are good, honest citizens like you, and they're doing their jobs day in and day out, working hard for you. But there are some, including some of those that you elected, that you put in charge, who aren't working for you. They're working for themselves. And they have created a system here that works for them and not for you.
Hey, what about the one you didn't put in charge?
And that's hurting the team. That's hurting you. That's hurting all of us. And so I ask you, last question, what are you going to do about it?
Send them to get moved.
That's an option. Now, if you look over there, you'll see the banner for the Citizens Reform Association of Cuyahoga County. That's CRACC. That's crack. No, it's not the crack they've been smoking in Washington. It's not that crack. This is a crack you join. You join us in crack, the Citizens Reform Association of Cuyahoga County, and we are going to crack down on what's been going on in our local governments here. Now, the Citizens Reform Association, CRAC, is the real deal. It is a true grassroots group. It is nonpartisan, nonprofit. It is not linked to any party. It's not linked to any company. No private individual, no special interest. It has no secret agenda. It is not beholden to anyone but you.